Hey there, I'm Patrick Franco. Let's look at Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana A. Simply translated as standing hand to foot pose A. There is a standing hand to foot pose B, which we'll look at in another video. So standing hand to foot is a standing balancing pose, meaning that it's a standing pose, but you're balancing on one leg. And as we know with all of the balancing poses, it has some strengthening and some stretching components to it. Specifically, the standing poses and the standing balance poses strengthens the muscles of the foot, the ankle, and of course that standing balancing leg. Also, this pose is very upright and lifted. So in order to do that, the muscles of the abdomen, the spinal muscles also are strengthening in order to keep the torso upright. There's also one extended arm and you're holding your big toe, hence the name, standing hand to foot. So that extended arm and tricep is also really working and strengthening in order to keep the leg and arm lifted. As far as stretching, this pose has some nice qualities that are very stretchy as well. It's stretching the muscles of the standing leg, specifically the back of the leg, the calves, the hamstrings, the Achilles. It's stretching the muscles of the front extended leg, the hamstrings, the calves, and the Achilles. It's stretching the side of the trunk, torso, the abdomen, and the spinal muscles. So we're going to take a look at this now, standing hand to foot, this standing balance. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see the shape from a better perspective. So we'll start in Tadasana, feet together, hands by our sides. Now, I do like to bring my hands to my hips just to give me a little extra stability. It's also useful to find a point that you can fix your gaze on so that you're not looking all around. If your eyes are moving, it's going to be hard to continue to balance. So I will find a fixed point, and then I'm going to bend my right leg and lift it. From here, I will take my right hand off my hip, reach down inside my knee for my big toe. And so my pointer finger and middle finger wrap around my big toe, and then I have to reestablish my bottom leg and lift my chest. From here, the eyes stay fixed, breathe in. As I breathe out, not only does the bottom heel press down into the ground, the top heel extends forward. My toes spread, I lift my chest. To come out, you can bend the leg and bring the foot down. As you can see, there's a couple things that make this pose challenging. Number one, to fully straighten both legs and to keep the chest upright is a big challenge. It's a big stretch in the legs. And to hold that front toe at the same time also makes the pose a little bit more complicated. So sometimes we can do this pose with the use of a wall or the use of a chair, which would bring in the stability so that we can really work on straightening the legs and lifting the chest. But without those, we also do have some other options. So let's look at that now. You can start with the feet together. We'll find our fixed point, which we know is really useful. And that's probably the biggest challenge for most students is maintaining the balance. And I find that finding a fixed point is a key. We have that key, find that fixed point. I'll bend my front leg. Now, if you can't reach your big toe, one of the first options is to simply do this pose and hold your shin. And so you're going to work on the bottom leg straightening, you're going to work on your chest lifting, you're going to work on fixing your gaze. So that's a great option if you know to fully extend that top leg is not quite there yet. Another option along those same lines, bend the front leg, lift it. Now I can hold underneath my hamstring. Keep my eyes fixed. And this extra support of my lifted leg might give me the capability of straightening that leg as opposed to holding my big toe. And maybe you only straighten it halfway or 3/4, but Again, the bottom leg stays straight, the chest stays lifted, and with this extra support of the hands under the hamstring, you might have the ability to extend that leg in this variation. All right, that was Utthita Hasta, Padangusthasana A, standing hand to foot pose A. It's a standing balance, it's challenging. I would say the key is to find a fixed point in order to gaze at. Focus on the standing leg first, finding the stability, and then over time, you might be able to extend that top leg fully while holding the big toe. All right, we'll see you on the mat next time.